Welcome back. I'm Janity, and of course I'd like to say a special hello to Paula Dean, Kraft. I don't think I've ever said hi to our friends at Equal, so hello all of my friends at Equal, and also the Real Women of Philadelphia, my wonderful friends. I am really excited about this recipe. I wanted to come up with a recipe that would really showcase Philadelphia cream cheese. And Philadelphia cream cheese has been a supporting character in a lot of our dishes, but when it comes to cheesecake, that's when Philadelphia cream cheese really becomes the starring role. And last week when I came up with my savory dish, let's see, what did I call it? It was my crepe lasagna. I immediately thought that I had to translate this into a sweet dish. And so I have come up with my Kiss Me Cheesecake Crepes because they are so fabulous. You just might want to kiss me. So with this version I'm going to be showing you today, I'm going to be making macerated strawberries, and you could make it with any berries, and I'm starting with the maceration process. And of course, maceration is just a fancy name for marinade, by cutting up my strawberries. And I'm just using, oh, except it's fighting me, a egg slicer. And if you don't have an egg slicer, naturally just grab your knife and start cutting away. But this made it a really fast but messy. Okay, so it started off a whole lot better than this is going right now. Process. I'm going to try it on the last strawberry because, dang it, it should work. Yay, it did. So then all that's left to do is we're going to add a little bit of sugar to our strawberries, and you'll just want to taste them. Mine are quite tart. Don't know why, because this is actually a pretty good time of the year to buy strawberries, but we are coming off the main season, so perhaps that's it. On top of our sugar, I'm adding a little bit of Grand Marnier. Now, if you are serving this to children or those who don't want to have alcohol, then I would suggest adding some freshly squeezed orange juice. Forgot to bring a spoon with me, so I'll just use my knife, and I'm going to toss this and now put this in the refrigerator, and I'll get my counter set up for filling the crepes. The berries have been mixed and set aside, so now we're going to go on to the next step. I mixed up my Philadelphia cream cheese, our star, with a typical cheesecake ingredients. So it's an egg and a little bit of vanilla and a little squeeze of lemon juice. And then we're going to put that into our purchased crepes. The crepes are separated by these little tissues, and you'll want to put one down on your plate, otherwise I found out the hard way they might stick. And then we're going to be filling them with about 1/3 of a cup of the cream cheese. And on camera it may not look like an awful lot, but 1/3 of a cup is quite a bit. And then we just fold the long way. Whoops, it got a little bit of cheesecake there. Fold the long way, and then we fold in the ends, and then just turn this seam side down on your pan. So we'll finish up with these last two. Now this recipe makes 6, and you certainly could very easily double it, but we're going to, and just use a second cookie sheet naturally so that you can cook them all at the same time. But I wanted to mention something about this particular bowl. This is my father's mother's bowl. So, and I'm saying father's mother because that is the way in Sweden it's worded. Although father in Swedish is far, and mother in Swedish is more. So my father's mother would be my farmor, and therefore my father's father, my farfar. So that is my Farmore's dish that I inherited, and I'm so pleased to have that because my grandmother Myrna was a huge inspiration to me. She loved to cook. As a matter of fact, she was very successful and for many years was the head pastry chef at a darling restaurant up in Lindstrom, Minnesota. So I have that here on display today because I'm hoping that she's with me, helping me make my little cheesecake crepes. So I'm just gonna dig down in here to the bottom because I want you to know the way I measured this up. This definitely gives you 1/3 of a cup on each crepe. And we'll just get that last little bit because I don't want to waste it. Whoops, wrong way. And now we're going to pop these in the oven. They only take about 18 minutes. So I'm going to brew up some coffee and get ready to serve them. We'll see you when they come out. Well, I promised you a dessert in which Philadelphia cream cheese gets the starring role, and here it is, my Kiss Me Cheesecake Crepes. They are so fabulous. We have the wonderful cheesecake layer, lovely and sweet on the inside, and it's all wrapped up by a sweet crepe. I am going to take my bite. Try to take a small one. It's a winner. And while I'm swallowing this, I promised you that it was going to be topped with my macerated berries. So we'll just put a little whipped cream, and then, oh, that's an awful lot of berries. My macerated berries, and just for color, how about one little piece of kiwi? So my plan was to serve everyone the same dish. However, I have an idea for you. You could have your little crepes out on the counter and have a dessert bar where everyone gets to choose their favorite toppings for the crepe. And I've given you some ideas, some fresh fruit assortments, or crumbled cookies, or perhaps hot fudge with banana, or caramel with banana. But I'm sure you could come up with a lot of options yourself. I have the feeling that when you try these, you're going to love them. I love my Kiss Me Cheesecake Crepes, and just in case you love them as much as I think you're going to,